Hello besties, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having the best day ever. I'm so excited to be filming again. We are back from our vacation. We have been in Turkey. If you follow me on Instagram, I have shared a couple of stories there. We had a very good time, and I'm very excited to be back and filming. And I decided to start with a read it or unhaul it video because I still have to read the rest of my FairyLoot Romantasy box of last year and this year, 2024 and 2025. So I can finally film the video that I promised you about my review about the FairyLoot Romantasy box. Is it worth it or not? I have 3 books left. So we have Heavenly Bodies. This is the last book of last year. So this is December 2024 pick. The Windweaver, I think this was April's pick, and April 2025. And March 2025 was Firebird. So I need to read these 3. I'm probably going to read all 3 in this video, but we will see which one will be first. And yeah, give you my opinion about them, and we can finally film that video, as I said. So yeah, I'm very excited about the Windweaver. I hope I get it first, but it doesn't matter, to be honest. I also have a free choice in here. Let's see. This is going to be, oh my god, the Windweaver, the Windweaver. And as I said, it was the April box, April 2025. So excited. I heard great things about it. I saw a lot of reels. A lot of people fell in love with it, and I fell in love with the hardcover of this book. The dust jacket, not so much. Not so much, because the OG dust jacket is phenomenal. But this, let me take out the card. This is jaw-dropping. Yes, so I'm super excited. Ooh, this is hand-signed. Yes. A prophecy reignited, a storm unleashed, a love that could shatter everything. And here I think we have a very small synopsis. In a realm on the brink of destruction, a young woman discovers she's the fated remnant. That means she's one of 4 souls destined to either restore magic or doom the world. Bound to a dangerous captor and torn by desire, she must master her unpredictable power before it consumes her and the world along with it. Okay. Her name is Ria. Ria must choose her heart or the kingdom. Super excited about this, as I said. I heard great reviews, and yeah, this is a little bit on the thicker side. We have a glossary of terms at the end. 524 pages. So this has the same length as Iron and Embers, but I flew through that book when I read it. So I hope I get the same experience with this one. We'll read it, get back to you as soon as I finish it. Okay, you guys, I finished it. Found a new favorite. I really enjoyed my time with it. So this is the Windweaver. The hardback is just so pretty. We are in a realm called Unwin, and this realm has been ravaged by war, and magic is feared, and especially if you are a halfling, you are hunted and killed on sight or executed. So the book opens up with our FMC, Ria. Oh, there was a bird. So the book opens up with our FMC, Ria Fleetwood, and she's captured and she's awaiting her execution. But it is cut short by someone even more terrifying than her captors, the infamous Commander Scythe. So he drags her with him into the brutal Northlands, and the farther she gets from her home, the more she tries to survive, and also the more she discovers twisted things. The truth about her captor, the truth about the blight destroying their world, and most importantly, the truth about herself. Because it turns out Ria is not just a girl with a birthmark, she's a remnant. She's one of 4 souls that are remnants, and the fate of magic is on her shoulders, whether she likes it or not. This book had me hooked from the first pages because it started so strong. It started with strong emotions of grief and pain, and then boom, action, 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 and I was hooked. So I didn't face a problem, the usual problem with getting into the book from the beginning. It was so smooth. Also, I loved the descriptions and imagery in this book is so vivid and beautiful. And also, you know what? I love when a book keeps its secrets close. When the world unfolds slowly, piece by piece, as our girl begins to uncover who she truly is, there is mystery, there is power, there is that thrilling sense that something bigger is just beyond reach. And I feel like this book is just only the beginning, to be honest. And about the romance, I don't want to spoil it too much for you, but because you need to experience it for yourself. But let me say, it's not enemies to lovers. And honestly, I love that because as much as I love that trope, sometimes we crave something different. This one starts off more like, who the hell are you? Why did you save me? And why do I definitely not trust you? It is that tension that slowly builds little by little. And the bickering was a chef's kiss. Ria's out there trying to pretend like she does not have any emotions towards him. And he's holding on to his emotions like his life depends on it. And watching them fight those feelings was pure gold. But it wasn't just the romance that made this book such a blast. It was also the action, the reveals, the side characters that I felt instantly in love with, and the banter was top notch. And don't even get me started on the fighting scenes because those magical, crazy beasts were so cool. And there is a prophecy and there is elemental magic that is so fascinating that she didn't learn to wield in one day, if you know what I mean. It was as realistic as it could be. Like, she didn't have control, she didn't know where to start, and like, it was close to reality. Like, you are discovering this new thing inside yourself and you are discovering how to wield it, and you are learning little by little, and that does not mean that you are going to be a master in one day, because it happens unfortunately in a lot of books. And especially like the writing is so smooth and super readable, and it pulled me in, as I said, from the beginning. This had everything that I loved. It has the perfect balance between the romance and the plot, and I really enjoyed it. This is going to be the first book in a trilogy, I think, and the trilogy is called The Reign of Remnants, I believe, and I'm totally excited for the next book. So yes, this is a keep, and I'm so happy because this hardcover is absolutely stunning, and I love what they did with this special edition. And we have here Scythe, and the other character you will meet. I'm not going to say anything about them. And this is our beautiful Ria, and it is also hand signed, which is so cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. So keeping this, thank you very much. Now our next read, Firebird or Heavenly Bodies. I don't mind either of them, to be honest, but let's see. Is this a free choice? I forgot. Firebird! Oh! I remember that I heard some mixed reviews about the romance in this book, but I also remember that people, when they loved it, they really loved it. So I really hope I enjoy this book. So yeah, I'm going in with an open mind, and yeah, I kind of want to keep this too, to be honest. I love this. The OG cover, when I first saw it, it is very, very beautiful, but I reckon that FairyLoot did an amazing job with this copy too. So yeah, let's read Firebird. Ta-da! I have finished Firebird. This is a dark adult fantasy romance. Let me just start this by saying, if you don't like the theme of slavery, we are in ancient Rome, you are not going to enjoy this book one bit. So if you don't like that, don't pick this one up. That's something you just have to know about. I think the publisher missed to add this in their synopsis the first time, but then they went back and they added it. But I am telling you right now, heavy on the theme of slavery. So avoid this book if you don't like reading about that. So as I said, we are in ancient Rome, and Rome is conquering more and more cities. And we have two POVs. We have Julian Dacia, and he's a star, basically. He's a general and he has conquered a lot of cities. And he is also the nephew of the emperor. And we also follow Melina. She's a Dacian dancer, and she travels a lot with her family to perform, and she has 3 sisters. And she has empathic magic, or the power to control emotions, and I loved how her power was rooted in the myth about the goddess Minerva and Medusa, and I loved how Juliette Cross incorporated the Roman lore and the Roman gods into the story. I really enjoyed that. And yes, this book has the slave master romance set up, but with a huge twist, because Julian is not okay with his uncle's brutal plans. Behind the scenes, he's biding his time, waiting for the right moment to rise up and spark a full-on revolution. Also, I'm going to add that Melina and Julian meet the first time when she was free, so she was not a slave. And then they meet again after 5 years, I believe, when Melina's camp has been attacked by Roman soldiers, and Julian comes in to save her. And the only way that he could take her under his wing and under his protection and to make sure that she is safe is to take her as a slave. So the slavery part is just the disguise to keep her under his eye and under his protection. Because from the first time he laid eyes on her, he had this strong feeling about her, very strong emotions. And from that moment, when he took her to his house and everything, all the tension and the build up to the romance and everything, after that, everything was consensual. So nothing happened against her own will. And to think that I almost skipped this book because of comments tearing it apart, saying it is colonizer romance or romanticizing slavery or stuff like that. It is not like that at all. These people either like skimmed through the book or like DNF'd it, and they didn't really read the book, because it's not true, and I'm so glad I didn't listen to them. Julian, he's a total gentleman, big-hearted, and a layered character, and I absolutely loved him. And Melina, she's fierce and powerful and impossible not to root for. Seriously, don't let the noise scare you off. This story has so much more to offer. And did I mention that he is a dragon shifter and that he's insanely possessive over the people that he cares about? The reunion scene that I have just mentioned, where he meets her after 5 years and she's surrounded by his soldiers and they were going to do horrible things to her, and like he sees her and his dragon side snaps, fully unleashed, ready to tear them apart just for looking at her the wrong way. And I loved seeing the dragon POV in this story when he takes over all his instincts. I ate it up. If you are looking for a literal touch her and die, there you go. There it is. It doesn't get better than this. It was so good. We have a rebellion brewing, very treacherous family ties, gods and their magics, fated connections, and dragon shifters, plus the romance where he falls for her so hard And the ratio between the plot and the romance in this book was perfect. In my opinion, Juliette Cross did an amazing job bringing ancient Rome to life, and then made it even more epic with dragons, godly gifts, and magic woven into the mix. That period of time was brutal and it was unforgiving, and she really captured that raw, gritty atmosphere so perfectly. You can seriously feel how hard it was to survive back then, and I really applaud her for that. So yeah, I am definitely very well surprised by this book, and I'm sticking to the series. I'm going to continue on, and I cannot wait for the release of the second book. The second book is called Bloodsinger, and we already have a cover reveal that looks absolutely gorgeous, and the date is April 2026. And now I'm thinking I really want to buy the first print run edition of this one. It is still available on Amazon because I love this art, to be honest. I love this so much, and the edges with the dragon breathing fire. Yes, I love these end papers on the other hand, and oh, look at her riding her dragon. And I love the vibe of this cover too, but the cover with Melina on it, and then the second one is more like turquoise blue. Yeah, and yes, I think we follow a different plot, not a different plot. There is an overarching plot that we want to usurp the emperor, but we follow a different couple, I believe, in this second book. This hardcover, I don't know about this. I think they missed a big opportunity to have like a huge dragon on the hardcover with foiling and everything, or like with colored art and then some foiling, because this cover is pretty like boring, to be honest, compared to what is happening inside the book. We could have done more, and I know that FairyLoot, they are capable of doing stunning editions, but on the other hand, I love these end papers. And now I opened the book before sitting and filming this, and I saw that my copy was hand signed, and I think all of the copies were hand signed with a heart. And I'm so happy. So I'm keeping this copy for sure. I love this art, but I kind of want to buy the other book too, to be honest. I love those edges too. So yeah, this is a yes, definitely. Please give it a go. Try it, see for yourselves, because a lot of the reviews I didn't agree with, to be honest. And I brought this one up. This is covered by the protective sleeve because I'm reading from my special edition copy of Heavenly Bodies. Yeah, the hardcover is... Why didn't we do something like this on this one, you know, with the dragon and foiling? That's what I... Yes. Okay. I am like 53% or 56% through the book, and I'm enjoying it so much. If you love zodiac signs, I mean, you can see it from the cover. This is for you. You have to read it. It is so exciting. I'm really having a great time with this one, but I'm not going to say anything now because I'm still reading the book, but I will get back to you once I finish it. Okay, Heavenly Bodies is done. Let me tell you about it. Let me set the scene for you. We are in this world called Celestia, and it is so fascinating. The entire realm is split into kingdoms. Each one is named after a Greek god. But here's the twist. Each kingdom worships a different god, and each god is named a star. They are called the star, and they represent a specific zodiac sign. And these stars, they walk among the people like they are in a human form, but obviously they are more powerful and they have a lot of authority. And it gets better each kingdom has their own set of powers they can use. And these powers are inspired from the Greek mythology gods. So we've got this mix of mythology, astrology, elemental magic at times that are mixed together in the coolest way possible. It is such a rich, layered world, and I was hooked instantly once I knew how deep the lore runs. So for example, our FMC Elara comes from the kingdom of Astrea, and the patron star of Astrea is Pisces. Astrea is the goddess of fate and dark, and Elara can wield shadows among other things. She also has the 3, which is a very rare thing to happen. That means that she could wield all 3 powers of her kingdom. So our girl is not just powerful, she's fate-touched, shadow-wielding, and destined for something huge. We have a shadow mommy, people. We have a shadow mommy, and I'm so happy for it. I was fascinated by her character. And Lorenzo, or Prince Enzo, he comes from Helios, god of pride, art, prophecy, and the light. Their patron star is Leon, and he can wield the light among other things too. So he also has the 3. Now, here is where things get wild. Elara is the last heir to her kingdom, and she gets kidnapped by Helios soldiers, and she's presented to the king, Edris, who is Enzo's father. And they strike like a reluctant alliance, you can say, because there is a prophecy, an old prophecy that says that she's capable of killing, that she will fall in love with the King of Star and it will end up with his death. Basically, she will kill him. So he wants her to help him do just that. That's why Elara is so precious to him. He wants to get rid of the star power over their kingdoms in this realm. And of course, in the beginning, Elara didn't want to do it, but she kind of had no choice because her family, all of her family was killed. And Ariette, the King of Stars, knew about this prophecy and he was hunting her and he wanted to get his hands on her. Of course, he wanted to eliminate her because she represented a threat. So she stayed in Helios and she started training with none other than our beautiful Enzo. And that is when things really start to heat up. From the first page, the book throws you in the action, like in the thick of it. There is no like holding our hands into the story little by little. No. We are in the thick of it from the beginning and it does not let go. I thought I was ready. I was not. The plot twists at the end were absolute chaos in the best way. One after the other, they hit like an emotional whiplash. I was screaming. By the end of the book, I was like, no. It was so good. The ending was very explosive in this one. And the world building, pure magic, ethereal, immersive, otherworldly. It totally sucked me in. The magic system felt like something out of dreams, but with real stakes and tension. Now, let's talk about the romance because, oh my god, the tension, the yearning, the banter. Enzo and Lara had me clenching my chest. The things they say to each other, straight up poetry in pain. It is star-crossed lovers meets enemies to lovers done right. Their love defies fate, prophecies, and everything. It was beautiful and agonizing in the best way possible. And honestly, the pacing was perfect. Emotional scenes, stunning scenery, and intense action. It had everything. I was obsessed with so many moments in this book. I already want to reread it, to be honest. This book completely delivered and then some. If you love astrology, prophecies, fate, star-crossed lovers, yearning and banter, ethereal vibes, the ultimate dark versus light vibes where she represents the dark, Heavenly Bodies. This was so, so good. Yeah, I really had a great time with this one. I cannot wait to continue on with the series, and I highly, highly recommend it. And I'm keeping this beauty. I'm keeping this beauty. Look at them. Look at them. This scene was one of my absolutely favorite scenes in this book. It was so, so good. They did such an amazing job with the cover representing them both. The zodiac signs in here, the customizations of this copy and how it represents the book so well. I'm so happy to own this, to be honest. This is, yeah, such a good romantasy. Highly, highly recommend this book. I think I'm not going to unhaul any book from this video. Let me check. What was the first book that I read? Yeah, The Wind Weaver. The Wind Weaver. Yeah. Keeping all 3 books in this video. I'm not going to unhaul them. The Wind Weaver, Firebird, Heavenly Bodies. Definitely add them to your TBR. If you are in the mood for a good romantasy, read them. They are very different. We have more elemental magic in the Wind Weaver. Here we have some elemental magic too, but it's not only that. It is a mix of a lot of things, and I really, really enjoyed it so, so much. So yeah, if you have made it this far, leave me the moon or the sun emoji, and let me know if you've read one of these books and what you think about them. And if you enjoyed the video, subscribe so you don't miss any future videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!